Bruce Rauner is an American business person who is also the chairman of R8 Capital Partner and former chairman of private equity firm based in Chicago. He is also the Republican who is running for the office of governor. And we'll be hello, Bruce.
Hi, good afternoon. Good to be with you.
We'll be talking today about your background and your personal journey to success. Hopefully, this will be also the success for our state once you become the governor.
I hope so. That's the plan.
So I looked through all the information about you on, that is accessible, and what caught my eye about your childhood is your grandfather. Yeah. He, as you write, was a small town dairyman who taught you how to hunt, how to value hard work. He was your first mentor in life?
Yes, he was. My grandfather was my best friend when I was growing up. When I was young, I would spend many hours with him. They had a little farm in Wisconsin. They lived in a little double-wide trailer. They didn't have too much money, but they were very proud, very hardworking. My grandfather had dairy cows and grew corn when he was young, and later in his life, he was a union member. He worked in a cottage cheese factory, in Whitewater, Wisconsin. And I learned about hard work with him. I learned about hunting and fishing, and I learned to love the outdoors. And he was an inspiration for me. You know, his first language was not English; it was Swedish. His parents had come from Sweden in the late 1800s here to Chicago and then on up to Wisconsin. And that's one of the things I love about Chicago and the state of Illinois. You know, we are a melting pot. We're of people from all over the world who've come here to Illinois. And I'm very proud. I'm half Swedish and half German. My German side of my family came to Illinois in the late 1800s, and the Swedish side came late 1800s as well. But, you know, Illinois is wonderful. There are Swedes, Germans, Irish, Polish, Japanese, Chinese. We're from everywhere. And that's one of the things that makes Illinois really great.
What kind of child were you?
Oh, I don't know. Probably precocious. I was rambunctious, had a lot of energy. My whole life I've enjoyed working. I've worked very hard. I enjoy work very much. And I had paper routes when I was little. I loved the outdoors. I loved to hunt and fish. I've been a motorcycle rider since I was 14 years old. I love riding motorcycles. I'm a big Harley Davidson rider now. But I worked my way through school. I worked at McDonald's. I parked cars to make money. Anything I could do to make a few dollars. We had a nice middle-class life. I grew up in Deerfield, which is in Lake County here, north of Chicago. My dad worked at Motorola in Schaumburg. My mom was a nurse at Northwestern University. In college, I was a breakfast cook in the morning before school started, making the pancakes and eggs for the school cafeteria. And at night, I was a radio newsman. And I did radio news for 4 years. I have a voice for radio. I have a good low voice, although my friends who've seen my political ads say, Bruce, you do have a great voice for radio, but you have a face for radio too, staff of television. And I say, no, in the campaign, we're going to run TV ads as well as radio ads.
So you're kind of like an ordinary kid who, you know, flipped burgers at the first work. And how come you become so successful in life? What was maybe the person or the thing that kind of like inspired you to become great?
Well, I've always enjoyed hard work, and I think it also takes a little bit of good fortune in life. But I think hard work can help create a little bit of luck too. And I've worked very hard. I've always tried to do my best in school and did well in school. And one thing, the most important things I've learned in life is key to success in life is being part of really talented teams of people. You know, nobody does anything alone as one person. Everything good is accomplished through teams of great people. And I've been very blessed in my life. I've always tried to surround myself with very talented folks who are smart and hardworking and deeply expert in the field of endeavor we're pursuing. And when I got out of college, I joined a little startup venture capital firm in Chicago. Venture capital is investing in young, growing technology companies. I was employee number 5. And I joined them because I thought the people there were very talented and very passionate about working hard. I was employee number 5. I worked hard. I found some neat little technology companies that we invested in. They became very successful. I was fortunate in that. My hard work paid off. And after about 6 years, I became co-head of the firm. And I was only 31 years old. But I had a track record of finding little technology companies and helping them grow. And I was there for 32 years. And I helped lead that firm into becoming one of the most successful investment companies in America. I'm very proud of our track record. We helped build dozens of successful companies in Illinois and around America. But also, very importantly, we also managed state pension money. Many state government union pension funds invest in private equity and venture capital. So we invest in money for the state of Illinois' government workers, state of Wisconsin, Minnesota, New York, Massachusetts. And while the Illinois pensions were making only 7 or 8% returns on average for the last 30 years, my firm generated more than double that. We were well over 17% compound annual returns. I was very proud of that fact. But it allowed me to make a lot of money and allowed my partners to do well and do well financially. And that was very satisfying, in part because then it allowed me to give back and help and invest in other companies that I could do personally, as well as invest in the community. So my wife and I have given back in major ways. We've funded charter schools here in Illinois. We have funded teacher training. We've built health clinics. We fund the YMCA, the Red Cross. We enjoy giving back in the community because we've been very blessed financially, and we want to share and help our whole community improve.
And what are the things that you would attribute to your success to being a business person?
That's a good question. So in success in business, it's about hard work. It's about talented teams of successful people. It's about emphasizing education. We all need to stay students our whole lives and learn all the time. Stay, whether it's in school or outside of school, going to conferences, meeting with other people. Meeting, communicating, and learning every day is the most important thing to success. We all, in success in life, never stop learning, never stop yearning to understand from other talented people. Very important. So that's my real lessons of success. Hard work, surrounding ourselves with talented people, and then never stop learning, always inquiring, always studying and learning. Very important for success.
So passion and curiosity, that's what drives you.
That's a good summary. I would say passion and curiosity both are very important. That's well said.
Do you remember the moment when you decided to run for the office?
To run for governor? It's, I've been in and around politics my whole life because I care very much about our community. I've been very involved in education reform, on pension reform, on improving the business climate at Illinois. I've also been very involved in conservation and environmental protection issues to enhance wildlife habitat for hunting and fishing and protect clean water and clean air and wild lands around Illinois and around America. That's always very important to me. So I've been around politics my whole life. I've never really seriously thought about running for office myself because I was a business person and enjoyed business very much. But I've watched as Illinois has deteriorated over the last 15, 20 years very badly. We're one of the worst run states in America. Businesses are leaving the state. We have very high unemployment. Our schools are deteriorating. Our taxes are rising and chasing successful people out of the state. We're one of the worst run states in America. And I love it here. I never want to have to leave. And I decided a number of years ago, I said, I know I can do a better job than the career politicians there. We can run the state more like a business, bring successful, talented people into state government, and run it for the benefit of our taxpayers and our citizens. So as an independent, self-made business person, I decided to run, put my hat in the ring, and run a great campaign as an outsider, and then run the government efficiently and effectively like a business so the taxpayers can save money and our schools can improve and we can have jobs for everybody here in Illinois. That's my goal.
So again, it was such an important decision because it was like a life-changing decision almost.
That's
like
a big decision.
This is a business person who wants to become a politician. How do you make important choices in life? Do you consult your maybe family, people that you trust?
Good question. Yes, the answer is absolutely. I always like to talk about issues, the important issues, and listen and learn from everybody around me. So I talked to my family about the decision. I talked to my business partners about the decision. And I went to many politicians themselves, former governors of Illinois, former presidents of the United States who I've met before, governors in other states, and I've asked them many questions. I said, what were the issues of running? What are the pluses and minuses about governing? How does it work? I've studied and listened and learned. I've been to Indiana to listen and learn with Mitch Daniels about whether I should run or not. He was governor of Indiana and turned that state around and did a great job. I've been visiting with Scott Walker in Wisconsin, Rick Snyder in Michigan. They're turning their states around. I wanted to listen and learn from them as part of my decision on whether I should run. The more I learned, the more excited I got. I said, I could win, and I know I can do a good job of turning our government around. But the big decision, part of it too, was my family, because my family has to be supportive or it doesn't make sense. And it's a hard decision for the family because we'll be attacked, we'll be, said bad things about us in the newspapers, and that's how politics is. It's a rough sport. So I sat around and did. Yes. And we sat. I have 6 children. My wife and I are very blessed. We have 6 kids, 4 girls and 2 boys. And we sat around the dinner table one night, and we had a big debate whether I should run for office or not. And my youngest daughter said, "Daddy, don't run for governor. I don't want you to go to jail." And I said, "Katie, it's a sad commentary that 4 out of 7 of our governors have gone to jail. We have a very corrupt uh, government in Springfield." And I said, "One of the reasons I want to run is I want to go after that corruption down there and prosecute many of those politicians. We still have corruption in Springfield, and we've got to change it. And I want to take that on."
Mm. What is the most challenging in this transition for you personally, from being a business person to being a politician now?
Yeah, well, the transition is ongoing. It's very much a learning process, but I've assembled a very talented team of people, and I'm learning from them. They have the folks running our campaign have run successful governor's races many times around the United States. So I have experts from other states who are here. I've recruited executives who've run successful Republican races here in the state of Illinois, and I've got great people. They're coaching me on how to do this. I've been a traveling salesman in business my whole life. I love to travel. I love to sell and persuade people to work with me and to follow our lead. And politics is very much the same thing. I'm traveling the state 7 days a week, selling myself and our vision for turning the state around, and I'm getting people very excited. And I'm enjoying the process. It's very parallel to business sales, except in politics it's more emotion and there's more power. And I'm very passionate about it because I love Illinois. I love our state. I want to improve the quality of life for everybody here, so our young people have great schools, and everybody in Illinois who wants to work has great job opportunities. I'm very excited about that. So when I'm out speaking and traveling and giving speeches, I get the crowds pumped up, I get myself pumped up, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy campaigning. The only big challenge is my throat, my vocal cords. I've never talked 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, which is what I'm doing. I'm even Sunday, many days I'm working. We're doing TV and radio and speeches and town hall meetings, and my throat gets tired. So I'm learning how to drink chamomile tea and honey and drink a lot of water to keep my throat good. But other than that, the process is really fun. I'm really enjoying it.
You mentioned that politics is about power. Also about power.
Yeah.
How would you differentiate between leadership and a person who is in a powerful position?
Yeah, leadership is about leading by example and listening to people and solving problems together with people. It's about teamwork. And I've been a team builder my whole life. And I want to listen to the people of Illinois, understand what their concerns are, and find ways to deliver results so they can improve their quality of life. That's why I'm running. You know what? I don't need a job. I'm not looking for a political career. I don't need an income. I've done well in business, and I'm financially independent. My family is set. We've done well. So now I can spend my time just doing the right thing for the people and the government, run it efficiently and effectively. And I don't need any favors. I don't owe anybody any favors. I don't need any money or any influence. Nobody can bribe me or influence me at all. I'm just going to do the right thing for the voters and the taxpayers of our state. And I'm very excited about the possibility. I want to do 4 things.
Exactly. What are
4 things for the people of Illinois. Number 1, I want to make Illinois much more pro-business and pro-investment and pro-growth, so we can create many thousands of new job opportunities for everybody in Illinois who wants to be here and wants to work. Number 1 priority. Second priority is to reduce the spending in the state government so we can reduce the tax burden on our homeowners and our school children by making the government more efficient and effective and transparent. And we need to reform our pensions. We need to reform our Medicaid system. We need to bring down the spending so the government is very efficient and run it like a business. Third priority of my 4 is to emphasize education. We in Illinois, and all over America, we are from all over the world. We came to America for opportunity. And the opportunity in America is in part education. We should have world-class schools for everybody in Illinois, in every school district. And that's K-12 schools, that's community colleges, that's universities, that's vocational schools, that's early childhood education. We are here in America for equal opportunity, and equality of opportunity means great education for everybody, every child, no exceptions. And then the 4th priority of my 4 is term limits. I think politicians in Springfield should only be in office for 8 years and no more. Too many politicians are in office for decades, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And they're there, they get stale in their position. Many of them are making money from their political power. They have a law firm or a business on the side. They make money from their political power and their influence. That's wrong. People should be in government to use common sense judgment, help the people of Illinois, and then leave office just like George Washington did when he founded America. He said, I'll be a public servant. I'll work for the people of America for 8 years and then leave office. We need that in Springfield. So I'll do that. I'll term limit myself to 8 years in office, but I believe we should have that on the legislature too. Everybody in Springfield should leave after 8 years.
I believe you also said that we have right now not only the crisis in the state, but also the crisis of leadership.
Yes.
And I think that people buy into a leader before they buy into vision.
Yeah.
So do you think you are a great leader, but do you have people who believe in you, and what do they see in you when you talk to people?
They see, you know what, people will follow and vote for somebody that they like, and I'm a regular person. I'm not rich or poor, or I'm just a person who's worked hard and done well and given back in the community. And I care deeply about the state and the quality of life here. And as I've traveled the state, folks have decided to follow us. They like our message. They get excited by our vision for how we can turn our state around. And as I've traveled the state, we've got more than 2,000 volunteers who've signed up to help support our campaign, who are working for free, but just to help. We've built a talented campaign team. We've met with thousands of voters all over the state, and we've given hundreds and hundreds of speeches all over the state, and the people get fired up, and they're very attracted to our message of growth and opportunity and great schools and value for taxpayers. It's a unifying message, and we have Republicans helping our campaign, but we've had many Democrats and many independent voters who don't normally vote Republican, but who've said, Bruce, I love your message, you're a strong leader, you get results, we're going to help you, we're going to vote for you.
You mentioned your family, because besides being a shrewd businessman and a politician, you are a family man. You have 6 children, and right. What interests me is how do you, I mean, now it's going to be very difficult, but what are the ways to balance, and for the whole life that you had, like balance the family life and your career, your professional life?
That's always a big challenge. It's finding that balance of family life. You know what, several of our kids, when they're home on vacation from school, are helping the campaign. So they're very involved, and my wife, Diana, is helping our campaign, and it's fun. It's a family effort. But you know what, Diana and I have always tried to take the time with the kids. Here at the holidays coming up, we're going to take a little time just to get away quietly with the kids and enjoy the holidays and catch up and kind of refuel our batteries. But I'm very proud. All 6 of our children are very hardworking, and they give back in the community in many ways. Some of them are still in school. Some of them are out working in business. Some of them are getting graduate degrees and MBAs, and I'm very proud of them. And they care about the community, and they love to work hard and give back, and they're very involved in the campaign and helping.
Do they look up to you?
I guess so. You know how it is. We love each other deeply, but we, have families. We can agree and disagree sometimes, and it's all fun. I enjoy it.
You have 4 girls.
4 girls and 2 boys.
Right. I cannot not ask this question because they're not. You are a great leader, a great business person. There are not too many women in those positions. Having 4 girls who are also successful, what would be your message to aspiring women who want to become professionally successful?
It's a great question. I am an advocate for women and women to grow and be leaders and achieve their fullest potential. And I'm a big advocate for that. I'm a strong believer that women should become more leaders and move up in businesses, become CEOs, become CFOs, board members of more and more businesses. I think more women should run for office and be leaders in government and leaders in politics. Women have a fantastic role to play and a vision and a perspective on quality of life and how to get things done that often men don't have. And I am very, very strongly advocate for women to succeed in every walk of life, medicine, government, business. I've been very proud of the fact, well, all 4 of our girls are very smart, very tough, very hardworking. They've all dedicated themselves to their education, and now the older ones are all very successful in business. I think it's a great thing.
Your free time, if you have any. I assume you often hunt, right?
I do. I love hunting and fishing and being outdoors. That's my real passion.
What do you find so fascinating with hunting?
Oh, I just enjoy walking in beautiful fields outdoors with our dogs and with friends. It's a very social process to be out. I love working with dogs. I've got 3 great bird dogs, and training them and watching them work, and they love to hunt. They live to find birds. And my passion is is hunting and shooting birds of various types and then eating them. I don't hunt just to hunt. I hunt to make a nice meal for the family. So we hunt. We have ducks and pheasants and grouse and partridge. And it's very fun to both bring in and prepare dinner for the family. I enjoy doing that. So I will hunt the birds with my dogs and my friends. Bring the birds back. I'll clean them. I'll cook them and prepare them for dinner. And it's a lot of fun.
Has success changed you?
Oh, I guess who knows? Probably my friends would know better than I. I feel like I'm pretty much the same person. I've always loved working hard. I love giving back in the community, and I just like accomplishing goals. I'm very goal centric, and I'm very centered on the quality of life in Illinois. I love it here. I want us all as fellow citizens in Illinois to have a great life and a great future here. And I'm very focused on the goal, winning this election, and then turning our state government around so it's run for the benefit of all our people again, rather than those special interest groups that control it today.
I wish you all the best on your journey to be successful.
I look forward to seeing many of your viewers and listeners out on the campaign trail.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.